Are you facing writer's block or struggling to come up with ideas and things to talk about in your social media content creation process? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over 3 ways that I use to generate basically unlimited to thousands and thousands of social media content from me to post on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or any other social media website that you have online. There are a couple of methods I'm going to go through them. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, and you can use them as your budget allows. These methods will allow you to build your brand voice and tailor your content to be suited to your products and offerings of your business. So the 3 levels of things that I'm going to go through will allow you to generate thousands of unique contents in minutes. The first method I'm going to go through is for making general broad content ideas, or just come up with the idea process, and it's mostly free. You can always pay for better generation of ideas and using AI and things or not. So let's just get straight into it. We're basically going to use ChatGPT to create content using specific prompts. The pros of this is that it's really quick and easy to set up. Like, there's already free access. You can get started right away. You don't need to pay anything right off the bat. However, the content creation might not be up to date, and you need to feed it more data to output desired outputs. So some of the content that's generated may not be as relevant to the offer you as a company because you don't have that context that is provided. So this is a prompt you're going to copy over to ChatGPT. It basically says, act as an expert Instagram social media marketer or Facebook, whatever you want it to be creating content on. And I want you to do research for me. Tell me 10 frustration, 10 desires, and 10 or 10 fears that at your audience, maybe it's gym owners, nurses, people who want to have weight loss if you're in the gym space, things like that. And then you add the experience with the, is it marketing, weight loss, what your problem essentially that you're trying to solve. And then you can put in a table format, label x-axis 1 to 10 and y-axis frustration, desires, fears, etc. This prompt is a good framework to start off. You are more than welcome to add, subtract, things like that to modify the prompt to get desired output that you want. And later on, I'm going to go over some advanced tips that you can use called prompt stacking, which is basically asking top questions to your original questions so that you can refine the prompt and get the desired output that you want. And if you want the slides and the prompt, just go in the link in the description and key in your details, and I'll send that over real quick. So copy the prompt and add your audience, areas of focus, and whatnot. B2C flooring companies as my niche, and the area of focus will be marketing. So I'll be copying this prompt, go over to ChatGPT, start a new chat, paste the prompt, hit enter, and let it generate. I'm on the paid version, so I have latest to the access models and without any rate limiting. So yeah, ChatGPT models can look up web search results and whatnot, so that actually allows it to be more accurate and more up to date with the information. If you don't have the latest model, that's fine as well. It will output something like this. So there you go. Really quickly, I have the frustrations, the desires, the fears, and whatnot for me to have a good start to look into further to create content around. Next, I'll do prompt stacking that I mentioned earlier. So I'll add this prompt, and then it will start generating some short content ideas for each of these frustration, desires, and fears. Because ChatGPT is able to pull up history and chat knowledge, so whatever is spoken in the current conversation is able to reference while creating content. So there you go. It gives you a really quick idea on what to talk about. It even gives you titles and things like that. And then if there's a specific topic you want to explore further or write out a short script or whatnot, things like that to further your stuff. So yeah, that's really briefly on the easy and free method using ChatGPT to generate really quick video ideas and things like that. And then you're able to take all these topics and do further research and refine it. So, and then if you're able to find some articles or some extra additional videos on YouTube that you want to make content about, you can pull those in, paste those links in ChatGPT to further add to the prompt, and you can script something out as a framework to get started. However, I believe that all this thing is great for making short content like text, articles, short form videos, things like that, talking head videos, or what you call short text posts on walls, things like that. It is not great for long outputs. You have to use a specific content tool if you want to use that. The next method I will show you, it still makes broad content. It is a paid free-ish method. You use Perplexity. It's more targeted because you're using specific web articles to base your research information on from online articles or videos, so it can be more targeted, more specific, and more tactical specific information that you can use to create content with. So this is Perplexity, and I played around with the prompt a little bit. So Perplexity is very good at referencing sources on the internet, things like that. It hallucinates less compared to ChatGPT. So if you want it to use data from online sources and reference those data while making the content, it has the potential to be more specific. And Perplexity is free to start with, free to use, and it allows you to have like 5 free pro searches a day. So you're able to get started for free, and then if you like it, you can go to a paid plan or whatnot. But try it out, play around with it, modify the prompts, generate images, videos, things like that. Perplexity is designed more for scraping the web and using those information as sources. So this is the prompt. The framework for the prompt I'm going to use for Perplexity is slightly different and modified from the ChatGPT prompt. As an expert, insert social media platform. I want to do some research for me. Insert your article link.com or whatever article you found interesting and you thought would be helpful to your audience. Same thing. Tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 fears that at your audience, local moms, whoever your audience profile that buys your stuff is, would solve by reading the article. And then you got to add this, give me specific examples, and you reference the article, would find helpful. And then this is optional, but you can add area of focus as well, if you wanted to pull up specific information. Then same thing at the end, put in a table format, label X axis what to 10, Y axis frustration, desires, focus example. And you want all these slides, you can just go in the description and type in your email and we can send it to you. I'm in a B2B space, so I do the same thing. I found an article on SEMrush that I liked, and it gave me pretty good information, so I copied that thing, added it in. My target is local businesses by giving me specific examples, blah, blah. I'll copy this into, when I copy into Perplexity, I turn on Pro mode, so it's able to give me more specific. I would highly recommend you use that. Or if you don't, you can just turn it off and play around with it. So this is the answer it gave it for me. It gave me the frustrations, the desires, the fears, and the specific examples that I can use in my short form content or specific short articles I want to write in social media that I want to share. For example, with customer relationships, with connection with customers, the desires, fears, customers often connect to brand. Example, using brand storytelling to engage customers like Google Pixels filter ads. These are very specific examples that you can use that can be highly technical and useful information for your audience. And the beauty of Perplexity that it likes to reference data, so it tends to include links in the answer, which is highly useful for to reference and see whether the examples they give is actually real or is not made up. Remember, the content on social media has to be digestible and quick because attention span is short these days and long form articles tend to not do well, but we can always do like Instagram posts on Canva, for example, is you can create like a long post and add like a wall of text. Something like this is a very common Instagram social post, or on TikTok, for example, people tend to just put text and not really talk over the content. And these are some good examples of contents that you can put out on social media. And as previously mentioned, if you want to refine the output that AI gives, you can always refine the prompt, like give me a specific example for this specific desire, frustration, and whatnot. And then it can output more specific examples or things like that. The third method I'm going to show you how to generate a ton of unique social media content is using your own ChatGPT to generate content. This is not for beginners, only recommended for people who are more intermediate advanced. And this is a paid option, it's not free. You have to be on a paid plan on ChatGPT for you to be able to create advanced and your own ChatGPT models. So once again, go to chatgpt.com, and if you're on the paid plan, you're able to hit on your profile picture top right, hit My GPTs, create your own custom GPT, and from here, you're able to configure ChatGPT by naming it, description, instructions, specific instructions, for example, conversation starters, and this is the most important one, is you're able to upload files to train it on your own PDFs and things like that. And if you don't want to create your own ChatGPT, there's something called Explore GPTs in your paid ChatGPT plan, and you're able to search up on specific ChatGPT models, and it will quickly populate for you, and you're able to select from the top-down menu which one did you want. And you better read on top of them, and they're able to give you general ideas and things like that. They won't be as specific as your own ChatGPT, but it's a good starting point for you to get ideas on how to make your own, what you should look for, things like that. So over here in the Create ChatGPT, you can always create your own using ChatGPT to prompt it. It's hit and miss sometimes. I tend to have issues trying to create ChatGPTs. Sometimes it works, sometimes we don't. It's often best to just go straight to the configuring stuff and do it yourself. There you go. They created for you. So my social media advisor, XYZ company. And then let me just really quickly upload some files. So now I uploaded the files, you're able to create custom actions, for example, like if you have your own knowledge database or things like that, such as vector files or whatnot, you're able to add keys, add your own schema and privacy policy and things like that, so you can import URLs and whatnot for specific information. I'm not going to go into that, you're able to explore on yourself and create your own. So yeah, once you're done customizing everything, uploading everything files, you can hit create. And for now, I'm click only me, because I don't want to share this outside. Hit save, and then it might take a little bit, but it's quick apparently. So hit view GPT, and then it has all these prompts and things like that. So I'm setting it to reference the information that I uploaded it, and it's able to create same output for me, but it tends to be a bit more customized and more personalized technically to the information that I uploaded to it. So play around with it, add more information, try to reference your database and whatnot with the information and things like that. The more information you're able to feed and the cleaner the data is, it would be able to provide more specific and unique content to you, things like that. So this allows you to create posts that are on brand to your company and is relevant to your company's offerings and things like that. If you're able to add a specific offer that you have in mind into the prompt as well, that would help the prompt figure out the marketing angle that would directly lead to your offer so that it's very congruent. So once you have all that bunch of ideas generated from all those ChatGPT prompts, you're able to save them in a CSV file like what I do typically, just so everything's in one place. So yeah, for example, this is a shorts compilation for things like that I have in my social media from ChatGPT generation. All I just do is go to the table, copy the table, open a Google Sheets file and just paste it, things like that. And then, yeah, save it. And then you got your, basically your daily content to post and things like that. Your daily shorts ideas and shorts content to create and post. And you just repeat this like multiple times to generate more and more shots immediately. So yeah, once you have all those ideas generated, for example, on Facebook, you have a what you call social planner on Facebook Meta, and then you're able to create posts on a schedule. So you can just bulk create all your posts on one day instead of having to create posts daily and having to work on it every day. You're able to just take a whole day, create a whole bunch of content, schedule the posting in advance for what day and what time, text, email, edit photos, etc. I won't go too much into it. Facebook has all guides for these things like that. So you're able to bulk create your posts and post it all in one shot. And then if you are like me and you have multiple social media platforms you're posting and things like that, that's when a paid plan to create and control all marketing in one place, and you're able to have a planner and with your whole content calendar and things like that, create drafts and whatnot. For example, this is a random draft that I made. It's able to post on all the accounts that I link into my software account. So I'm able to link my Facebook account, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and everything like that. I'm able to create my posts, post it on social media, and create my content, things like that. So yeah, that's it. How you create thousands and hundreds of content immediately really quickly using ChatGPT and OpenAI to create your content ideas and things like that for shorts and articles and things like that's relevant and the latest information, things like that. I hope you found this helpful. And if you want these slides and all the GPT prompts, go into the description below, key in your email so I can send it your way and share the link that way.